Now let's work on the pieces up here near the muzzle of the gun. So I'll go to my side view once again, and let's take a look at these. It looks to me like we've got a couple of cylinders here, one here and one here. And then we have this piece here that comes back and kind of intersects with this main piece we've already created. There are, of course, other cylinders here and up here, and we'll work on some of that as well. So first of all, let's go ahead and move the cursor here. I'll press Shift A and bring in a cylinder. It still has 64 sides, and we don't need quite that many. Maybe I'll take this down to 12. I'll rotate it around the x-axis by pressing RX90. And let's scale this down and put it into place. So it looks like we've got something about like this. Here we go. I'll hit the Z key so we can see through it. Now, in addition, let's work on this piece right here. I'll duplicate and hit the Z key to move it down in the Z axis. And let's scale this one down and put it in place as well. And what we can do is bridge the two together. Now if we combine these two with Control J, now we need to connect these two up. It looks like this piece comes straight down and then kind of angles in just a bit. And it also looks like this comes out and then connects. So perhaps we should insert a couple of edge loops up here so we can constrain the area that we're going to connect. So I'll tab into edit mode again and press Control R, and I'll insert an edge loop right in line with this piece down here. And I'll also come over here and press Control R and insert an edge loop maybe right here. So let's grab these faces here, right here with the border select tool, and press E, and then I'll move these down to say here. And now it seems like I should insert one more edge loop right in here. And then we can connect these up. So now I should be able to take my border select tool and select all of these faces here. And I'm going to go ahead and tumble around here so we can make sure that we have them all. And then let's press Control E to bring up the Edges menu, and let's choose this Bridge Edge Loops. There we go. So now we've connected all of that up. So maybe I should bring in these vertices here so they angle in a little more smoothly. In addition, I can take these here and move them up so they're in line with these, like this. But let's also grab these vertices all the way around and scale them in a bit. So I'll go back to my side view, go to vertex mode, and with the B key I'll just select these right here. Now let's tumble around and just take a look at them from this angle with S and X. I'll scale them in just a bit. There we go. We can also begin to create this piece here as well. I'll go ahead and click there with the cursor, create a cylinder, scale it down, and rotate it, RX90. And let's scale this down and put it in place right about in here. And then we can begin extruding out to create this shape as well. I'll go ahead and delete the faces here. I don't need these right now. I'll press the C key to go to the circle select tool and click and drag these, and delete these with the X key. Now I can just grab edges here to extrude. So with this edge selected, I'll just hit E and click, and I'll move it out a bit and scale it up like this, and just do the same thing with each change in shape in the reference image. I'll scale this in a bit and move it forward. There we go. I'm just hitting E and moving and scaling. And I'll bring this right over to here and then scale this up just a bit. Actually, no, I think there's one more edge I'd like to create right here. Like that. There we go. So there's the beginnings of the muzzle. Let's go ahead and work on this part out here. I'll select that edge, and once again, let's click and drag and scale. And I'm making it just a bit bigger than the actual image, because when I put a subdivision surface modifier on it, it'll shrink up a bit. And one last extrusion out to here. And then I could maybe close this off here on the front so we can't see into it all the way. So I'll hit E and S and scale in. And then I'll hit E and move that all the way back in like this, and then extrude again and scale it in. And now I can close it off with Alt M, and I'll choose to merge at the center. And there we go. All right, so we have the basic shapes here. What I'll do is go ahead and add a subdivision surface modifier and begin inserting edges to hold these edges. So say for this piece here, let's add a subdivision surface modifier. Take the views up to 2. Let's smooth it a bit. And now I can begin inserting some edge loops to hold these like this. Yeah, so there we go. It's beginning to get the sense that it's a hard surface object, but with some slightly curved edges. All right, well, I'll go ahead and do that with this piece as well. And in the next video, we'll work a little bit more on connecting all these pieces up.